Okay, so this is a 2007 Hummer H3. As you can see, one of these vent louvers is broken. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace that. This is how it should work. Should be an easy pop out and reinstall for the vent louvers. This here is the replacement that I'll be putting in. H3, we're doing a interior air vent replacement. As you can see, this one here is broken. The louvers on this are broken. And we ordered this one on Amazon, an exact fit. So this install is actually going to be best done from the inside, taking the inside dash apart to slide it in. With the way that this is set up, if you try to pry this out, you're going to break the tabs that actually hold it in place, and I'll show you when we get inside the truck. So there's a tab here, there's a tab here, and then on the bottom side you have two more tabs here and here. So when you do the install from the inside and you feed this in from the inside, the tab slides under this here and then locks in place. And if you don't do that, you'll actually break the tabs that hold it in place. If you try to pry this out without taking the dash out, you'll actually break the tabs that hold it in place, and they're fixed to the inside dash. There's no way to then fix them from there. So I'm gonna go back outside to the H3. I already have the dash apart, so I'll show you the back of the dash, how to pry it out, and then how to slide this in place. Okay, back outside inside the H3. I've already taken the dash off. Okay, there's just a couple of tabs you pry, and the entire dash from the top all the way down will come out pretty easily. There's one quick detach that goes to your hazard light, and there's another one up top here that you're gonna need to unfasten in order to bring it forward. And then I have the gear shifted down into neutral just so that I can pull the dash out a little bit further to get at the back of this. So this is the louver panel that I had already taken out. There's the hole. So I'm gonna lay that down flat now so you can get a look at the back and see what we're talking about. Okay, so we're looking at the back of the dash pulled down. So this is the front panel. Okay, this is the dash. It's just pulled down forward. So as we look at the back of this, you can see now how the air vent is going to need to slide in this direction. It has to slide in. The round knob needs to slide into that slot, and it happens from the back. It needs to slide into that slot. These are the tabs that I was telling you about. Try to get a better look at it. This tab here, you get a tab here. These were already broken actually. Now if I had tried prying it, I would have snapped them completely out. So maybe a previous owner tried pulling it out. So when this slides in, this is the replacement vent that we were talking about. These right here, you see right here and right here, are gonna just slide and lock in place. All right, so I'm just gonna fit this in. I'm gonna set this down for 1 second and get that fit right in place. Okay, so this, I'm gonna try to show you. So there's the tab right here, tapping it. That's the tab on that side, and there's the tab on this side. So I'm just gonna try and get that slid. It slides right in. You can see how it has to be fed in from the back. All right, and then once it's in, it's gonna force that clip to lock in place. Okay, I apologize for the poor video quality. This is my first time doing this, but I'm gonna tap this now. You can see this is the locking tab here, and it has to be fed in from the back. Here's the other tab that's locked in place right here, right there. And then on the front, you have the same thing. This is where you can see that it was previously cracked from a previous owner, and that has to slide in, and then this does. So if you pry this out from the front, this piece here, this locking tab, you'll basically rip it out, and that's a part of the dash. So this is something that you're gonna definitely wanna do from the backside if you can. It's really not difficult to do. When you're taking this out, the only other thing that I'll mention now, as you're looking at the dash, this is the center on the right as you're facing the dash. To pop this clip out, it's surrounded by plastic. It's a little bit difficult. If you go to the other side, you just move this air door out of the way. I just turned it from underneath, okay? If you pop this tab out, and twist the whole unit to the right, it'll pop right out for you. That's how you're gonna remove it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this dash back in place. I have 2 plug and plays here, and I have another one over here that I'm gonna put in place, and then I'm gonna pop this whole center console back in, and you can see basically when you're prying it, it's basically held in by a couple of clips. And I used a tool that looks like this. I recently changed out the door switches on the driver's side, and this tool comes in very handy. I just, you know, pried it down in here a couple places and the whole thing came out. So we're gonna get this reinstalled. All right, at this point, as you can see, we've got these wires reattached here and here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna snap this console back into place. I'm doing this at night, so the toughest part for me is seeing where all of these tabs line up and where they fit in. So we're gonna get this snapped into place and then I'll come right back. All right, we're back. That popped in about 5 seconds. I just lined them right back up, and let's see how this works. This is the one that I replaced that was broken. Seems to be working fine. My hazards that I unplugged are working fine. And the other one I believe is for my 4-wheel drive and all that. All right, so I hope that helps out. Yeah.